Okay, this is Kobe, and yeah, really good pose. I like the attention paid to the hand and fingers. I think that's really nice. Um, it's a bit off balance, um, where if he was just standing like this, he would fall over. However, if that is sort of a moment in passing, like the middle of a dance move, you can be off balance while in motion. So. Um, that's legitimate. I tend to like to have at least a little bit of um, bend in the knees so that the legs aren't overextended. So I might just push it down a touch. So because otherwise it can pull the feet off the ground, and you don't want that. So if you can just put a touch in there, that's good. So yeah, let's take a look at this. Just go through the different body parts and make sure it's working okay. That's looking pretty good. Check the shoulder. Yep, looking good. I'm sure the fingers work because you had already been posing them, so um, by the thumbs. Something's a little funny about that, but um, just want to make sure none of these affect the other ones. Yeah, I can see that when you've originally built the skeleton, these weren't lined up correctly. Um, they're a little off, and that's gonna make them not perform as well. So, it's going several steps back. I mean, you might just get away with it, as it is, because it's still, yeah, that's not good. That may very well have a lot to do with the joints not being centered, but there's probably more going on than that. Um, so take a look. Just gonna unlock all these. Whoops. There we go. Let's just look at just one of the fingers, for example. Try to see what's going on. How we might fix that. So I'm just gonna do a little search here. I'll do star index, for the index finger star. And that would be, this is the right hand, so, oh no, middle finger. Let's do star, middle star. Okay. And what I can see is because it's gray and not white, that there's probably influence on other stuff that shouldn't be there. So really, if you want to do this properly, you would go back to the fit skeleton stage and get these joints in the right place, and then move forward again from there, and which means reskinning and all that kind of stuff. But what I would do is, I mean, but unless we're going to do that, just to get this, let me just show you cleaning up this one finger. So, oops, I'm gonna just, oops. And is that good? Probably, yeah. So then I'll do Control F9 to convert those to vertex selection and go into Paint. And then this is here, and then I'll replace that with a value of 1 and flood. Okay, and then, whoops, this next row, probably just those three or one more. Let's just say those three, and go down here and flood. I can already tell that this has too much influence on the end of the finger. So anyway, I'm going to flood that, and then we'll go to this one, and I'll just do Control Shift and whoops. Let's just make sure I'm in component mode. Oops. Okay. Just hit F to make sure that's the only thing selected, and then once again I'll go here and this bottom one and flood. And then I can go to each of these, and I should be able to get away with doing just a quick smooth. So smooth, flood. Is one enough? Let's try with just one. Flood. Flood. Okay. Let's see how that is working now. Okay, I'm going to go back a few steps because I think that the flooding messed it up. So this looks like before I flooded with smooth. Okay. I think I might have to lock stuff down if I want to do that. So I mean, maybe even good without the smooth. I actually would just leave it like that. Because you want that kind of crease there, you know, like you want it to have some substance. So yeah, that would probably work pretty well just like that, and you get a nice kind of knuckle shape. So I think you might need to go through these other fingers, you know, for example, and repeat that process. So index. Yeah, so it looks like the same kind of problem on that. Look, there's nothing on that one at all, so obviously you're going to want that to be on the end there. So yeah, you'll need to go fix those fingers. Okay, let's see anything else. Head's moving okay. So eye control working. Yep, that seems alright. Good. And your neck seems to be buried in here. Let's get that out. Whoops. Just go in component mode. Why am I not seeing the vertices? Oh. Yeah. That's very weird. Neck, control vertex, and they're not showing up. Very strange. Oh. I guess that was just hidden. Okay. Anyway. So I'm just going to scale that and maybe move it up a bit. Okay, so yeah, maybe moving the collar a bit too much and probably the bottom of the neck too much. So I might you know, look at the paint weights on this. By the way, there's some construction issues with your collar. I think there's some neck. Let's do star, neck, star. And I think we'll want to zero these three things out. So replace with the value of, oops, not opacity, with a value of 0, flood, flood, flood. Okay, and right, that's actually that's probably fine just like that. And let's see how this is doing now with a, oh, it doesn't seem like that needs to move that so much. Okay, good. Similarly, these things are kind of hidden in here. You're going to want to, just for ease of selection, you'll want to, show my component mode when I select these, you'll want to scale this up so you can easily choose that. And then same for this guy. And then you can rotate this and this. Good. Okay. Yeah, I mean, from what I can tell, everything else seems to be working. So some finger stuff to work on. You could consider going back to VitSkeleton, getting the joints in the right place, and then moving forward from there, or just make do with sort of not so great joint placement and continue forward from that point. But yeah, overall, this is some good work. Okay, and next. Uh-oh.